Hi everybody, I'm Julie Kerr, writer and director of the romantic comedy Geek Loves Punk. Today I'm going to do a book review. Okay, this goes in line with the video I did a couple weeks ago. The video was about how to follow your dreams while having a day job and embracing your day job. So the book review is What Color is Your Parachute 2020? And this is, Time Magazine says this is one of the all-time 100 best nonfiction books, and I could not agree more. So this is the 2020 version. A new version of the book comes out every year, and it's a practical manual for job hunters and career changers. Okay, and then the first time I read it was in 2017. And this is the first copy I ever read. I thought it was amazing. The reason a new version comes out every year is because the job search changes every year. So actually, after reading the 2017 one, and then now reading the 2020 one, as you can see with all the post-its, I'm currently using this book to job hunt right now. And I have 2 job interviews tomorrow. Yay! Okay, so the reason why I think this book is seriously one of the greatest books ever written is, reason number 1 is it totally raises your self-esteem. So, I grew up in an abusive home. I'm okay. But I used to have the voices of not nice people in my head. And I think, and I kept kind of repeating those things they said to me in my head, not realizing that those things that were said were unkind. And so, so because of that, I think, well, I know in my 20s, I had a little bit of low self-esteem. And that kind of found its way in every aspect of my life. Reading this book, What Color is Your Parachute? Let's say my self-esteem was at, if I'm putting a number on it, it was at 5,000 in my 20s. That's an arbitrary number. Okay, after I read this book, What Color is Your Parachute? My self-esteem went from 5,000 to 5 million. And these are arbitrary numbers. But what I mean is, the reason why it helped raise my self-esteem is because what this book does is he's very encouraging. One thing he keeps saying is that there are employers who want you, and they really want you, which made me feel good. And it's true. If you're right now looking for a job and you just don't always feel great when you're unemployed, just listen to this really smart guy who wrote a really great book, that somewhere out there there's an employer who absolutely wants you, and that's a blessing. So that's why it's very promising that tomorrow I have 2 job interviews with 2 really great job opportunities, and they want me. I mean, it's nice. I don't want to, cart before the horse, but still, it's nice. But it's all because this, okay, so the reason why this book helps raise your self-esteem from 5,000 to 5 million, again, arbitrary numbers I made up, but still it made me feel amazing. 1, he keeps telling you that there's employers who want you. 2, he tells you that you're a good hire. And 3, he helps you figure out why you're a good hire. So he helps you know what your job skills are. Now, I wish I'd read this book in 2005 when I graduated college. And that's okay, I didn't. But that's okay, and in a way I was always good at getting jobs in one way or another. I was. But what this book helps you do is, and there's something he says in this book that's really poignant. He says there's people who just are really good at getting jobs, and there are people who don't quite know the skill set on how to get jobs. And so that's what this book does, is teach you the skill set. Okay, and if you're thinking, hey, I don't have job skills, you're wrong. I don't care if you're 16 and you don't think you have job skills. Yes, you do. Or if you're 65 or 75 and you don't think you have job skills. Yes, you do. You totally have job skills. And he references that in this book. He talks about if your age is, there we go with the light, see, 2020. But he talks about if your age is from teenager to senior citizen, you have relevant job skills, and there are employers who want you. So he helps you learn what your job skills are. And finally, and the way he does that is something called the flower exercise. And this is my flower. It's a literal flower. And it's intense. Don't let the word flower make you think it's la 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 la. This exercise is really intense. It's all in the book. But what is each petal represents, like one petal represents like the kind of people you want to work with. Another petal is kind of the working conditions you want to be in. The other helps you understand what your 10 favorite job skills that you like to use. And yes, you not only do you watching this have like 10 job skills, you actually have 30, 40, 50 that you could put on a resume. But he helps you figure out your favorite 10 that you like to use, because that's what you want to put in your resume. And then he helps you understand, like, ideally how much you'd like to get paid. And let's see, and all the other rewards you would want in an office setting or a job setting besides just pay. And then he also, like, places to live, preferred places to live. I have all that down here. And finally, the middle part of the flower, which is really important, and this is the third reason why I really recommend this book. You can have a day job that completely feeds your soul. Like, seriously, and I'm saying this as an independent filmmaker. And yes, creative stuff feeds my soul. Making movies, writing screenplays, working with actors, etc., all that stuff feeds my soul. Or painting, I've gotten into painting. That stuff totally feeds my soul. But prepare to be, are you sitting down for this? The other thing that actually does feed my soul is administrative assistant. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's a show called Glee, and it was a good show, but they'd always sing about wanting to be singers and actors, and for sure, those are great. And I've done acting too, and that's fun and awesome too. But they never sang about being administrative assistants or accountants. I have a friend who's an accountant, and he's really happy being an accountant. He loves it. Or I have a friend who's like a software engineer, and she loves it. So anyway, but you can have a day job that feeds your soul. And administrative assistance feeds my soul, and it feeds my belly. You know, because it pays money. So as an independent filmmaker, I've made like a little bit of money, and I'm grateful for that, and that's amazing. But also being an administrative assistant, I enjoy it. You basically, I'm oversimplifying, but you have to have the office skills, and I have those, and I love it. I love working with office supplies and computers and computer programs, etc., etc. And then the other part of administrative assistance that I really enjoy is the interaction with people. And that is creative in its own way. Of course, interacting with people, that's creative because you're problem solving for people when you're an administrative assistant. The other thing you're doing that's creative, you come up with creative ways to run an office or to help with an office. So it's still creative and enjoyable, and I really like it. So, and what I like about this flower exercise is that my purpose, my day job purpose, and my creative stuff on the weekends can align. They can both feed my soul at the same time, especially when one's feeding my belly more than the other. Administrative assistants. Okay, but anyway, that's what I liked about this. You can have a day job that feeds your soul, where you feel alive, where you feel happy and joyful and amazing. And I found it with the administrative assistants, while at the same time I can do the filmmaking thing. And I learned that from reading this book, What Color Is Your Parachute, which is such a good book. And then through the book, doing the flower exercise. Okay, by the time you do the flower exercise, you absolutely know who you are. You know what you want, and you start here. You start inside. That's where you start. And Oh, and he gives you tips on doing resumes. Resumes, I would really recommend a website called canva.com. It helps you with resume design, so you can add just a little bit of flair if you want to jazz up your resume. I like to jazz up my resume just a smidgen, and it tends to help. So I recommend a free website, Canva, CANVA.com, for resume design. But as far as like job skills, that kind of stuff, he does help you learn how to do like a resume that really sings who you are, so that you're getting those phone calls for the job interviews. Okay, so yeah, oh, by the way, I'm not sponsored. He's not paying me to say this. He doesn't know who I am. But yeah, but this is seriously one of the greatest books ever written. It's been, I think the original publication was in the 70s, I think, but it's been out for a while. Yep, 1970. The first edition was in 1970. And ever since 1970, he's revised it every year. And it's absolutely fantastic. So read this book just to kind of, so you can have day jobs that feed your soul. So your self-esteem can go from 5,000 to 5 million. So that you can know what your job skills are. Trust me, if you're dealing with unemployment right now, please understand that some employer out there, or multiple employers, they're looking for you. They want you. They want you bad. But you gotta and by the way, if you really want to hunker down and do this book, you're gonna need like a couple of days, because it's a doozy. Like doing this flower exercise, it's actually a little intense. Not scary intense, but like you're really digging deep within yourself to figure out who you are. But once you've done the flower exercise, you absolutely know who you are. So please read the book. Oh, and just to let you know, when I read the 2017 version, this book works. So about 6 months ago, I had like 3 companies kind of like fighting over me, and they were great companies, and not fighting like they weren't boxing each other, but I had 3 companies who wanted me. And that's not a humble brag. It might be a brag. But it's not a humble brag. The reason I bring that up is just to let you know that the book works. I want companies fighting over you. So that's why, and then I used the book again to spruce up my resume again, and so now I'm getting the phone calls from really good companies. So this is all very exciting. So I want y'all to get good phone calls from good companies who are gonna take good care of you, care about you, and again, you can have a day job where your soul feels alive with the sound of music and paychecks. Okay, so that's it. Okay, right. Okay, read this book. It will raise your self-esteem. It'll help you know what your job skills are, and it will help you find a job that feeds your soul. That is my review of What Color Is Your Parachute 2020. Great book. Couldn't recommend it enough. And, oh, so I hope you're feeling awesome today. I hope you're being good to yourself today. And I hope you, check out this book. Probably it's on Amazon or everywhere, because it's a very well-known, respected book. Okay, alrighty guys, so if you enjoyed this video, you can like and subscribe on YouTube. Also, if you'd like to, so have a ball, have a blast on YouTube, but if you'd like to also get to know me better, there's a bunch of links down below on all the ways you can connect with me. Also, my official call to action is, if you could go over to my website, juliekerrstudios.com, Kerr. Once you go there, you can go there and check out the trailer to my romantic comedy that I wrote and directed. It's called Geek Loves Punk. You can check out the romantic comedy if you want to watch it. Also though, the other call to action I have is, if you could join my email list. Once you join my email list, you get access to a free video and a free PDF download. And so I grew up in an abusive home, so I used to deal with a lot of sadness. And then I started studying personal development, and I came up with these 5 daily habits, really easy daily habits that just help me feel good and awesome and amazing. And they actually, what I call it is, they help me cultivate more love, joy, and kindness into my life towards myself and towards others, which makes me feel joy and good and just really awesome. So if you join my email list, you immediately get access to the PDF, the Love, Joy, and Kindness PDF that helps you, lets you know the daily habits I do to feel really good. They're really easy habits. And it immediately gives you access to the video where I explain how to use the PDF if you join my email list. Okay, so that was my call to action. Go to my website, watch my movie, or go to my website, join my email list. Pretty easy. Okay, alright, awesome. So I'm Julie Kerr, writer and director of the romantic comedy Geek Loves Punk. Thank you so much for watching. If you're unemployed, don't worry. There are employers out there who really want you. You're going to find a job soon, and it's going to be a job that you love, and it's going to be amazing. Everything's going to be okay, I promise you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.